Architect, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's better. Mic is activated. Let's go!
Alright, let's do it. See if I can hit it. That's a 18
Yes,
plus
you can definitely
6.
hit it. That hits, no question.
So that's just a normal one, because I didn't have advantage, so no sneak attack, but that is...
Now you should
5
be able to hear me.
5 piercing damage, okay.
And then, because it just took me... It only took me 5 feet to get over there. I'm going to use my cunning action to disengage and
Get behind the boys.
Get up behind the boys.
Great. I'll say you're able to put them both between you and the demonette. So
Perfect.
you are successful in doing that. Okay. The demonette is going to lash out at the back of Brother Solomon and see if they can tag him. And they cannot, because that doesn't happen, but they lean in over your shoulder and say, "Champion, we need our champion." Can you roll me a DC 12 wisdom saving throw?
Oh no, again? Come on. Leave Solomon alone.
You're literally the closest.
He's so back. He is so eager to get in this. He two-hand shoves the judge away and goes, "No! Let me back!" And he pours into the fantasy with his whole heart and chest and
And you are looking at the
Son of a
demonette
bitch.
wrapping its arms around Brother Solomon. Again, the edges of its talons just slicing. Just subtle bleeding cuts into his chest as it stands behind him, whispering in his ear. And Brother Solomon, you are caught up in a fantasy you have always wanted, which is the entire village is behind you, and in front of you is an endless tide of corruption coming for them, and you are the one thing between them. And just your childhood crush, who before you became champion and had to swear yourself to a life of celibacy, who was the teenage, the preteen crush of Solomon's life?
Ooh, that's a good question. Now I have to... Everybody else had a good biblical name, so what's a good...
Jesus. Fuck
Yeah. It's right there. God damn it.
Jesus?
Jesus, yeah. This is my girlfriend, Jesus.
Hey, you can also be a boyfriend. This is entirely legitimate.
No,
Solomon's history of preferences.
Solomon.
Doesn't fuck around. Doesn't fuck around like Josh.
Come on, yeah. Solomon would see how I live and throws guts on.
Mainly it's how self-hating you are.
Drive! Come on.
No
I mean,
problem.
we don't see you in the privacy of your own bedroom.
Yes,
But we do love
this
you.
is pure self-reliance. It's not a judgment call. I just live a very specific lifestyle. Mary. I think her name would be Mary.
Mary is behind you, the one standing behind you with her arms wrapped around you, just counting on you to save her from these hateful enemies of the Emperor. Judge, you find yourself facing your compatriot, Brother Solomon Gale, who is currently defending a demonette clearly under its control, but it is behind him. He is between you and it. What do you do, and what do you say?
All right. So this demonette is hiding behind Solomon, who's in between the two of us.
Correct.
You said that the demonette has been placing its hands.
It's got
around?
like long talon limbs, but yes.
Great. So do I see it? One of their arms on his arm.
Not on his arm, but they're both around his chest. His arms are out holding his blade, and they're not interfering with that because the demonette would very much like him to keep fighting instead of it because they're useless.
Great. So I had seen that when he was attacking me, he looked very angry. I would assume frenzied. I didn't clock it at first because I was just taken aback. Then I saw his eyes basically waver, the pupils kind of like dilate.
Yeah, they sharpened. His whole expression sharpened, and now he's luxuriating back into something more calm. You experienced a frenzy before. Even looking at it, this is clearly different. There's a level of relaxation to this that is unnatural.
But I saw him get shaken out of that frenzy because he seemed to receive some injury.
When he was attacked by the morgue, yeah, lightning struck him twice. Green lightning.
Exactly. So I figure maybe he can get this evil knocked out of him via an attack, and maybe I can maybe the judge can kill two birds with one stone. So I'd like the judge with the combat knife to try and strike the knife through one of the limbs and kind of just go through enough that the tip of the knife pierces the arm of our good boy champion here.
So you're trying to attack the demonette and the champion at the same time?
Yeah, I'm kind of just trying to like pin the demon to the judge.
Champion?
To the champion, sorry.
Okay, I'm going to have you attack with disadvantage, but let's see what happens.
All right. Well, that's fair.
It's a targeted kind of.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a target thing. They're both moving. Technically, this doesn't follow rules as written, but I never give a fuck.
Well, those are 2 3s.
They are
and,
2 3s.
And yeah, with my combat knife, that is a 9.
Unfortunately, you don't manage to hit either of them because this champion is ready for your strike. He seems to be moving as though drugged, but he's just as fast as he is normal. It's just a little more languorous. You've never seen Brother Solomon move in a relaxed way in combat, which is unsettling in and of itself with his level of skill.
Well, I'm not going to be able to pierce the demon or him, but I still have my shock maul in hand.
I mean, rules is written, you have to do it the other way around, but yes.
Oh, really? Okay.
No, it's okay. I'm up for it if you want to just switch these around. We're discovering things as we go. I'm just
right.
acknowledging this for people at home.
Okay, cool. Well, then I'm like, well, that didn't work. Okay.
Shock maul.
I'm not going to shock maul him. The demon, I realize he could be bad again. He could be a liability. So I'm just going to kick him far away. Can I do that instead?
An unarmed attack? Yeah, I'll allow
Yeah,
that.
I'm just going to be like, well, that didn't work.
You're trying to create distance?
Exactly.
Could be a shove.
It could be. It's a question.
Like
Do you want it to be a kick or do you want it to be a shove?
Like a mechanical shove.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
I'll do a mechanical shove.
All right, only in athletics. You will be competing against an athletics.
Oh, and I get advantage on my athletics.
You will have advantage on your athletics. You will also have advantage on your athletics because you have a demonette helping you.
Oh boy.
You're gonna ace this because you're not working for us.
Those are 2 natural 18s.
Okay, 9.
Okay, you go for the shove, but it's like hitting a brick wall. You can't believe the amount of power inside this glowing protected form of Brother Solomon Gale.
Rex!
You're calling for Rex 2. Okay. Rex 2 will come charging out of your room. Sick. Do you point at someone or do you just say sick?
I gesture, and I'm going to gesture at the demon.
Fabulous. All right, Rex comes tearing around the corner, sprints forwards, and will attack. Roll me an attack.
Oh, I'm so bad at this. That's 12.
Hallå?
12. What is your AC right now?
Brother
Solomon? So actually, I was going to ask you that. I don't know what
Nej.
the AC is for the
So
på
it
vei
would
hjem.
be 10 plus your dex. So your dex is what?
0.
0. So it would be 10 plus what you gain yourself through 12. So your AC would
Oh.
be 12. Rex, sadly, does not score high enough to
Oh.
get to the demonette, but due to the demonette dancing around with a Brother Solomon shield, he successfully hits Brother Solomon
Ja.
with his chain blade mount. So please roll your damage.
All
Roll effect,
right.
Brother Solomon.
Okay, so it's 1d6 plus 1.
For the benefit of the audience, Brother Solomon is officially bloodied. So this chainsaw dog is not going to feel so great.
So that is
Nei, var
5
ikke det
piercing.
You will take 5 piercing damage, Brother
Jeg er
Solomon.
litt usikker. Hvis den er tilbakestilt, og så må man ha passer likevel. Det høres ikke ut som
And
den
you
er
are knocked to the
tilbakestilt.
ground. The
Det
demonette is fully exposed. Brother Solomon is on the ground being worried, as they say in Dogland, by chainsaw blade mouthed Rex 2. Can you roll me a wisdom saving
Mhm.
throw? DC
Come
12.
back to us, sir. Come back to
Son of a
us.
bitch. It's a 50-50 chance.
Yeah.
Like, what are the odds? He wakes up.
Ja.
You recover yourself, finding yourself being actively mauled. It's an attempt at disemboweling. Like, Rex 2's working on it. The chain blades are snapping together and cutting through parts of your abdominal wall as he's making his strikes inwards. Your sword is in your hand, a demonette is behind you.
This is a really cool
Nei, det går jo an å sikkert tilbakestille hvis du holder riktige knapper inne eller noe sånt nå.
This is rough stuff.
Rex 2. Then we have the blinded demonette. How long is it blinded for?
It's like they turned the lights on and off and then on again.
Yep, basically. Human flashlight. Until the end of its next turn, so it still can't see. It is now going
Det
to
ikke, må
attack
bare
the door.
tilbakestille en gang til da.
Will have advantage, so successfully.
Da må du sikkert holde inne av og på, eller volum ned og på knappen i 30 sekunder eller 1 minutt eller et eller annet sånt, så det pleier å være noe sånn.
What caused this? He's going to be furious if he's not super dead.
The demonette who is blind tears fully through the door to your room and out into the hallway. Not that you see this, David, but I will note in the future your room doesn't have a door.
I don't think I deserve one anymore.
Jeg er på vei hjem fra Hønefoss, ja. Så jeg skal jobbe der i
And he
morgen
will recover back out in the hallway, so its sight returns to it as is more than 5 feet from you, which takes us back to the top of the list. Solomon, being attacked by Rex 2. You're on the ground. A demonette is behind you, and Rex 2 is on. There is also a demonette that works at a deviant further down.
Hva er det han skulle gjøre?
Everything is very chill. Everything is just.
Hæ?
I assume the killing that I have to deal with the chainsaw dog that was really me before I can lash out.
Hjerte, ja. Hva for noe? Appulasjon?
That would be an athletics check.
Yes, okay.
Appulasjon?
This weapon, and you will be Judge Rex. I need you to roll for Rex 2. I need strength. So just use his strength stat and you'll get +1 to your die roll.
Okay. Natty 18, so that is a 23.
Okay.
Jøss. Så du slipper å kutte den opp, liksom?
Oh, it's natural. Anything is natural.
Ja, det stemmer. Ja, jævlig.
You successfully put Rex 2 aside, can stand, and can do what you need to do.
Yeah.
To that directly. Who you now know has been swaying your mind against the cause of you.
He's not thrilled about
Jo,
existence.
koselig.
Just, if people are looking for what his vibe
Han har jo varmepumpe, og han er jo helt konge nå på sommeren, så det blir så varmt.
is soaked in blood. I assume he has claw marks all over his body that are dripping blood. So I think he would get up and turn, see the judge, and realize come out of it a little bit.
Ja, jeg har en jobb jeg skal på havaristen snart kanskje også, så.
Between the judge and the demon.
Right, just switching sides.
Just switching sides. He looks that determination that you saw earlier is gone, and he looks scared and confused for the first time. So he turns to the demon and he'll try to.
Kan vel alltid få solgt dem for en liten krone.
He did not. He got a 3 for 9.
You stagger to your feet and you take the swing, but perhaps most
Telefoner?
importantly of all, after having this demon control your mind, you can't even hit it. Brother Saul.
That's what you think, because I have grace.
I think you have this horrifying moment of thinking you missed and looking at this creature untouched by your attack until you see a perfect line that goes across its body. How much damage does it take?
Just 3.
Just 3. It takes 3 damage.
Nice little 3. I think that gives him a little bit of that fear that he sees when he just looks unarmed, and then a little bit of blood.
Nei, nå har det gitt seg veldig. Hun sov igjen på rommet sitt i natt.
And that is when the warp flickers again for the 10th time. Damien, on your bed, light pouring out of you, flames burning around you, your metabolism hyper-accelerating, unnaturally beautiful cost to other parts of your body.
Nei, ikke nå.
By the warp, having
Men har vel sendt inn søknad til en annen jobb også nå, så. Som er tilsvarende arbeidstid. Det med, men bare vernepleierlønn i tillegg, så da.
Let me just see which you've done. Yeah, I need the D6. You're burning through this list. That's number 6. Okay.
Ja da.
You've already done the heartbeat thing. That's all you can do. Yep. Awesome. You're pouring out rage and hate. You can't move. You got
Nei, sånn sett, ja.
damage. Okay.
Nei,
Stays
ja, jeg vet
immediately
det.
sours and rots. All creature within that range who have food in their stomachs and systems,
Ja.
which would be Judge Rex,
Nei.
that would be Morgan, and that would be Solomon, because you've all eaten.
Men det blir Tore og jeg skal på hytta, tenkte vi, og få rydda opp litt. Mm.
I get to reroll it. I get to reroll it. Chill out.
Mm.
It was on a 20.
Ja. Jeg kan montere noe litt bedre lys, fordi det lyset som er der er jo så dårlig på kjøkkenet i hvert fall.
It went down.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was on a 20 and then it rolled 2. Yeah, so it's a 2.
Ja.
It's a 6. Well, it's a 6.
Oh, it's a 6.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Ja.
Well, it's
Oh,
not.
wait, no, it is. It's a saving throw. It's a 6. It's not a 5.
Ja.
The DC was 15.
1-5.
I rolled a 14.
Mm.
Okay, so your food
Oh.
rots inside of all of your stomachs and sours, and you all immediately
Oh.
fall to your knees and are forced to regurgitate the rotting food.
Og Tore har jo fått en svensk konto og sånne greier nå, så han kan
To
liksom
my automatic
lettere håndtere ting der.
It's a valid question.
Så får jeg bare vippse han eventuelt hvis det var noe skulle utlegg som vi deler på. Så.
Not anything. Okay, you will all take 7 points of damage as the food rots inside you and your bodies rebel against it.
Okay. What happens if we die?
Ja.
Fall unconscious.
Yes, that happens.
So you fall to your knees. Brother Solomon, after vomiting, stays down.
Great.
Which is horrifying in and of itself. You two are both on your knees.
Ja, det er jo best det.
If we didn't do a long rest here, do I still have temp HP from having temp HP at the end of the last mission?
Mm.
That was from stims.
stims.
I will say that is worn off at
Okay.
this point.
And I did not get full healing because that was going to be overnight.
That was going to be overnight. I saved up half.
Mm.
Half of.
Whatever it is, it's between what you currently
Oh.
have and full is.
Kjører jeg forbi Kistefoss museum nå.
No problem.
Eller avkjøringa.
Take 7. Damien, I would need this.
Ja, av og til. Det blir jo, tar jeg jo i min, nei, koselig tur det.
Food in you, so you're fine. Okay. You're fine.
You're fine.
Ja.
And you're on fire. And I believe that was our 10th. That was number 10. So it's number 10.
Ja.
We were having so much fun. They'd be telling stories and then just smash cut to.
And Solomon is down. This final wave of energy.
Linnea har vokst noen flere centimeter nå, da. Jeg målte henne på målingen i dag.
Product energy around you. And with the snap, the whole room stops. The energy disappears. Damien, you find yourself laying on your cot.
Ja.
The fire burns out quickly. Colors seem low. And that's when you hear
Ja.
voice down the hallway at the Gellerfield station. None of you were looking up. Now I got it.
Ja, så fikk hun en sånn, arva en sånn der tegneseriebok som Ludvig hadde lagd tegna tegneserier. Hun bare fortsatte liksom på egne ting da, det er jo kjempemorsomt og fine tegninger.
Yourselves. Perception at disadvantage from Morgan and from the judge. Because you've been frenzied and running around the hallways and attacking things. I want to know how much they saw coming out of your because I think that's important for them too. But they were morphing and fighting. 14.
Ja, jeg er ikke så veldig fan av den varmen, ass. Nei. Da er det bedre i Polen, for da er det ikke så jævlig varmt, og så er det mye kult å se på med tegnsmuseum og masse sånne ting. Men sånn bademessig så er det jo best i Hellas da. Når vi var i Polen med forrige gang, eller første gang med Hako Elektro, så hadde det jo vært så varmt lenge, og da ble det sånn kjøttetende bakterier som var i sjøen. Så man burde ikke bade. Det er mindre av det i Hellas, for der er jo mer sirkulasjon i vannet i sjøen. Den sjøen i Polen er jo bare svær innsjø, liksom. kjøpte jo sånn derre
12.
nasjonalt ID-kort, og det varer jo bare 5 år, og det er vel Jeg har ikke sjekket når det går ut, men jeg tror ikke det er så lenge til. Det må jo være etter konfirmasjonen i hvert fall da. That was my mother.
Okay, so yourself there, just slightly more refined cheekbones, slightly, just a little bit sharper, and the eyes are just a little more energized. They always, in that movie sense, it's like they always catch that one special headlight they do to make the eyes just catch a little more, just be a little more engaging, a little more alluring. It's a little off-putting at the same time as being striking, and that way you can see some like supermodels or 19 out of 20 that look exactly the same with no difference, and there's that 20th person where like it's just something, it's beautiful, it's just like specific about them. That's what is happening here. It wouldn't immediately speak
It's currently 19 Celsius outside.
immediately speak cursed, but if you told them the
That's
story, yeah, we know you love sugar. What do you do in this brief moment before I'm mad? More like disciplined mind kind of comes. Again, that's probably his second time going through the war, right? These parents, yeah, and he was put into a box and not moved anywhere, not moved through warp space, right? So second time, first time was all of our first forays into having nightmares and things like that. I think he's still very much terrified that Kessler found him and sought him out and spoke to him. I think he's just gonna come to the door to see what's happening. The understanding is that they're yet of like I'm the lightning rod for this. It's just what was that? Just up out of bed into the door frame and like looking up and down the hall for the Damonette that came through this room. Yeah, so you step out into the hallway looking for the Damonette. The door has been not just punched out of the frame, it's been torn through. It's been shredded by the same way that like a panicked animal would try to claw its way out of a cardboard box. It's that level of destruction as you step into the hallway. You can see blood stains on the floor in the distance. Talos Ivo is standing next to the Geller field. You see Talos go, okay. Turns and starts working again inside the Geller field with the door open. So he's inside actually working with the equipment in the Geller field space, which is tremendously unusual. You have some understanding of that, not a lot. Closet and Morgan are carrying Brother Solomon hurriedly down the hallway. He's leaving a trail of blood behind him as he is being pulled. And you see Judge Buchanan Rex storming towards you. Judge, as you were advancing, you see Damien come out of the room.
It's all right. Could you let me know though what, based on my rolls, I am surmising that whatever happened was the result of whatever Damien did.
I think what I would say to you, based on your level
Okay,
of
something
understanding, because
happened here,
psychers are
it
not
seems.
your expertise,
Mhm.
you know that the Gellerfield fixed this.
Mhm.
You know that the Gellerfield alarm went off when this started, which means there was a problem with the Gellerfield, which keeps demons out.
Mhm.
You know that there was psychic activity going on in Damien's room, but you also saw a flailing demonette punch out of the door and fight away from Damien, so you don't necessarily know what's going on in that regard.
Oh,
I would say there
his tire
are
exploded.
two warring things in your mind, and I would be interested in knowing which of those was better, and it might be a straight D6 roll, but I want to get your opinion, because I think there are two thoughts that could be in the judge's head.
Oh yeah.
What is Damien's involvement in this?
Mhm.
And because the judge made the call to not let Talus Ivo into the Gellerfield before, and Talus Ivo was the thing that prevented this from happening, was your judgment wrong? Because you've been off for 30 years, you've been rusty, you've had these things go on. Would you be worried about that, or are you pretty bulletproof and you're like, I did the right thing, this is what it is?
Yeah, I don't think he's. I think when it comes to, first of all, the Gellerfield, and when it comes to Ivo, quick judgments can be bad judgments when there's multiple levels to some comprehend. And sometimes judgments have been known to take years. So with that, I think he's okay with that. But it is with having made the judgment, but he's like, he might think that he has to adapt his code a little
Yeah,
bit.
that makes sense. So then I think what you'd be, the thought, and this is completely up to your interpretation, which is why I'm not giving you a specific, like,
Yeah.
you think this. Damien is a psyker. Psychic activity was happening in his room. A demonette ran out of that room. There was a Gellerfield issue. You don't know how any of these things correlate.
Right. Okay. That's great. So I have a sneaking suspicion, but it's also judging from this condition of him walking out and being out of sorts, seeing the claw marks, checking it.
Can you roll me a perception?
That would be lovely if I could get help with this perception.
I mean, yeah, there's something that's an interesting.
Otherwise, I'm just going to talk myself through it. Oh, fuck. God damn it. All right, that's a 9.
Okay, you have not actually studied Damien's face enough to notice the change in his appearance.
That's good. Okay.
Which is probably a mark towards Damien's survival, in that you're not seeing him having been re-sculpted in any way. But you are seeing that there are some claw marks at the very edge of his face, just tiny little cuts.
Walk right up to him.
Can you? Oh, okay. Then that's a freebie. If you're walking right up to him, you do see that his bed was burnt to cinders inside this room.
Great. So I'm just like poking around his shoulder, inspecting the inside, seeing the burnt remnants of a bed, and just trying to put the pieces together. I have a sinking suspicion that he's connected to it somehow, but I don't have enough evidence yet. So I just look.
That doesn't necessarily mean you need evidence. I will say this is not a traditional court. You are a judge in the sense of Judge Dredd and Arbites. But yes, you can feel like you don't have enough evidence, and that's very
I can
valid.
feel like it. So I say, what happened?
That's what I was going to ask you.
Without having all the facts at hand and still needing a little bit more time, I'd like to. Do I have my cuffs on me?
No, you don't have your armor on you, but if you go one door over, you have cuffs. You also have Rex too.
I'm gonna be like, can you come with me?
Yeah, you're going to be like, yes.
All right,
What's happened?
come with me. I'm going into my room. I'm saying sit down on the bed.
Just tell me what's happened.
Sit down on the bed.
And he's tired and confused, and there's just not quite there piecing together what has actually happened yet. So I'll go sit on the bed.
I'm going to get my cuffs, and I'm going to say, I need to cuff you to the bed.
Why?
Precaution.
What? happened?
I'm going to cuff you to the bed.
Cuff me.
Oh, that's good. Okay, great. So I cuff him.
Do you put your armor on? Right now you're wearing a helmet in your underwear.
Am I what?
You are shirtless. I would say you got the pants on in about half the time, but you're not fully armored. So it's just been like you, like it's not in your underwear, but like pants, boots, no armor, helmet, shock ball, and a knife.
Yeah. I feel like I'm wearing like undergarments.
Oh, you have like an undersuit
I
kind
have
of
an
thing?
undersuit thing.
Great. You see, this
Yeah.
is like, is he like a
It's not
fitness
like the,
grandpa?
it's not
So
like
he's
the
got
flag
like
on the fanny. It's not that, but it's.
No, but are you picturing kind of like Under Armour style that would be
Yes.
his kind of sleeping clothes? Okay, fine. Then I will retroactively do this because I think that's more interesting. You are looking at Damien as he cuffs you. The judge is in Arbites uniform pants. He's got the belt on. It's undone, but he quickly does it up. He's got his boots. He's wearing an Under Armour style shirt. It's fitted to his frame. He is in really good shape. The celebrity pull would be Ralph Fiennes in that one movie recently where he's like holding a hammer and he just is like ropey, menacing. I know that because the guy told me that pull when we were building the character. But it's that kind of look with that on. The helmet disturbingly doesn't look out of place with this uniform. Then everybody's there, but it's different than his fully armored version. There's something more about him, sure, having had to go through this recent combat.
So I lock him up. I'm going to just get my armor. I'm going to put the rest of it on. I'll ask him, what do you remember?
Sleep. What? Dreams and demons? What happened to Solomon?
He was attacked by a demon in Rex 2.
Look down at Rex too. And he,
Bloody mouth.
Bloody mouth.
What was in your dream besides the demon? Give me more context.
Context for what? The Gaelic field in hell. Did it not?
We just fought demons. The Gellerfield did not hold together.
The Gellerfield alarm, which has been running this whole time, goes now. The ship is more still. The blue lights deactivated. The Gellerfield is solidly in place.
If the Gellerfield failed, I'm warp tainted. I'm a target. I'm a beacon. Is that what happened? Is that what I saw?
Saw who?
A demon.
Explain.
Explain what, Rex?
I turn on the shock ball and I place it on the ground between us. So I'm like, explain.
No.
All right.
Bring the interrogator in here.
I'm gonna leave the shock ball there just as an intimidation tactic, as it like just crackles on the ground before you. It's just like charring the ground. And Rex. Our interrogator.
I would say, rather than just stay, knowing that this is an Arbites cybermastiff, you could just say prisoner, and Rex will watch this person and not let them move.
Oh, great. Prisoner.
Rex turns. You see the eyes inside the skull glow red, and Rex holds perfectly still, staring directly at you, Damien, from about 4 feet away.
Damien takes this moment to start to catalog everything that's happened and put it into context and come to terms with what he's done, what he's responsible for. Yeah.
And you have that moment as this cybermastiff stares at you, imagining you're going off into the distance where you know Brother Solomon has been brought to a storage bay.
Correct.
Fabulous. So you are making your way there. Morgan, you and Clausen have been carrying Brother Solomon over to the distance. The interesting thing is, because this is Warhammer 40k, traditionally in Dungeons & Dragons, you would do your own death saving throw. throws. But that allows a certain amount of certainty, one might say, which I don't think feels very Warhammer 40k. So I am going to be doing the death rolls for this walk under the table, where none of you can see.
Oh no.
Can I make a formal objection, or do I just? I don't like this.
You can.
I was not told about this. I was already looking it up. I was like, cool. I'll make some death saves.
No, we're gonna find out. Can you roll me in athletics with advantage? Unfortunately, I can't give you a dexterity version of this because you are carrying a muscled
That boy's so heavy, but I rolled a 19.
19.
Plus
Okay,
0.
that's good. That's good.
Good start.
That means I need 4 death saving throws between where you are and the storage
We
bin.
can't lose this boy.
This is great material for the camera, by the way. You rolling the dice
Under the table, yeah.
Under the table, yeah. Just that.
It's one roll.
Yeah.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
awkward posing, but
Yeah.
I'm glad we're under him at the moment, but let's see what happens. That's 2.
He's making batter under.
Yeah. Why are we doing so many?
That's 3.
That's
and
less.
4.
That's less funny now.
Yeah, that's too many, Ryan.
Yeah.
Morgan, you race down the hallway along with Closet, and you make your way into his facility. Resuscitrix amongst the cryo. And he says, we gotta put him in, we gotta put him in. And you throw him in, and he begins putting the plugs into place. And he closes the door over the Resuscitrix, and he turns, and the sensors begin, and they
Episode of Agents of the Inquisition featuring Paul Borovic, Guy Bradford, Josh Helmet, and Tyler Hewitt, alongside our Dungeon Master Ryan LeBlond. This episode was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Agents of the Inquisition's artwork was created by Del Borovic at delborovic.com. That's DELBOROVIC.com. Our theme song is The Hordes by Meg McDuffie, and our ad breaks use the tracks No Control and Chiefs.
A demon testing a Geller field at the same time as the psyker within it is trapped in a nightmare, seeing that demon conversing, and then the field flickers as the conflict between them becomes too much, meaning Demon Innsbruck's powers were enacted, people were struck down, their minds controlled, other nightmarish visions taking place. Damien, now as a psyker under suspicion, handcuffed to the cot of Judge Buchanan Rex, with Rex 2, the cyber mastiff, staring at him, its chain blade jaws ready to strike should he try to leave the cot that he is currently upon. While Morgan, you carry, along with Closet, your Mechanicus assistant friend, I guess forge master on this ship, you carry the heavily injured and collapsed Brother Solomon Gale all the way to Closet's repair facilities, his Medicaid facilities, the things that he has in place to be able to keep your team alive. And it was only there, once Brother Solomon had been placed inside Resuscitrix, that you discovered the sensors are saying he is deceased because of the 4 death saving throws that I rolled. 3 of them were 5s. Oh, man. He is inside this machine. Judge Buchanan Rex is on his way to this room. Closet turns to you, Morgan, and says, I have to do a quick scan. Oh no, oh no, oh no. But he rolled a 23. Okay. He's running thousands of computations per second as he does this.
Morgan is pulling up whatever she can sit on and sitting next to the Resuscitrix, and is just going to push the button to make it go back open, and grab Solomon's hand and is sitting there. No. Emperor, you saved the Larsa Quinn. You are a holy man. Emperor, you cannot let him go this way. Solomon, come back to us. Please, Emperor. Please. And she's just going to sit there and pray. She's just like fully... It's the opposite of the fake Valentine telling her to pray amidst battle. This is her hearing Valentine in her head being like, sometimes when all hope is lost, sometimes when you can't control the situation, when there's nothing else you can physically do to improve something, you have to have faith and pray. And so she's just like, if anyone can come back to us, Solomon, it is you. It is you.
All right, I need you to roll me a
with, I don't crapshoot. 99! I rolled a 99!
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I rolled a 99.
That's legitimately a 99.
You roll a 99.
Mhm.
Incredible. Closet is furiously running scanners over Brother Solomon's body. He's going, I can't find it. I can't figure it out. I don't understand the damage. I don't understand the damage. And you were praying with this hand in your hand. And you lean forwards, and your head touches the back of Solomon's hand as you hold onto it. And it taps one of the scanners so that it shifts slightly to the left. And Closet goes, wait. His lower nervous system is fried. I don't have time to explain this. I can possibly save him, but we're going to have to do one of two things. To remove his legs and give him any anti-grav generators. He'll never walk again. He will just float. Or I can remove the organic legs of Talos Ivo and give them to this champion. Those legs are in no way as toned as his. It will be much less effective. What do I do? Organic legs or anti-grav?
Organic legs.
Okay. And Judge, you walk into the room to see Closet look at you and say, bring me Talos Ivo. Bring him now.
Yes, Judge, please now.
He just turns around and goes to get Talos Ivo.
Oh, hey, says Talos Ivo, hitting the door, so that the door over the Gellerfield station, so it closes. Well, everything's locked up in there.
Oh, and then I just drag him.
Oh, what's happening? The guy. We cannot do this. What are we doing?
Look at this hand.
No.
And then with the other one, when he's like, just pop him.
I think as the judge is like, look at this hand and about to smash him, she's like, we need him on one piece, so Morgan will come up from behind and choke him out.
Can you roll me? Roll me. I'm gonna say I will accept an acrobatics from you because it's your ability to spider monkey him more than anything else.
Yep.
And I'll give you advantage because the judge is helping and he's not equipped for this.
Right. I just don't want him smashed to bits, so. It's a 19 plus 6, so that's a 25.
He's out like a light. Closet spins forward and he reaches over to you, Brother Solomon. You're unconscious, but it's happening, and he just starts plugging various electrical systems and
they're
start jolting Solomon's
gonna
body
take
every
his
10
legs and
seconds.
give it to Solomon.
You're gonna want to leave. This will be unsettling for people who are not altered.
Tell me before you're done. I want to be here when he wakes up.
Okay.
Interrogator, we need your services now.
There's a saw that's starting to lower down from one of his mechadendrites.
Yes. She'll grab the judge by the crook of his arm, pull him outside, and like close the door to let Closet do his thing.
And inside, you hear the sound of a saw cutting through flesh and hitting bone. And you're able to walk away from this medical transformation that Solomon may be undergoing. We'll see how successful it is. But you are walking with Judge Buchanan Rex down the hallways of the Lucky Strike.
I'll guide you. Thank you very much.
And she looks completely ridiculous now because he's in full armor. She's still in her nightgown. She's just got the sword strapped to her hip. That's it, in a nightgown, and will walk with the judge where he's going.
I stop. And I don't look back. I just say, do you need a minute?
Morgan nods. Yes, thank you. She's gonna try to just compose herself because it was just like Morgan and religion has been a very strange thing in her life. She's been very cut off for it for most of her life and only relearned being religious in the last 10 years over the time that she has trained and been in jail. So it beseeching the Emperor, even talking to the Emperor, strikes her in this very vulnerable place that she's only accessed since she was like 10 and under, and then now again.
I have to check if
full
someone has
adulthood.
made a
And so
40,000 mod for
trying to put all
hightail.
of that back into a box in her heart and shove that back down and trying to look
Then
at
I can
everything.
add it to my server.
With like, she has like a childlike wonder with faith and those beliefs in the Emperor that very much comes out when she looks at Solomon, versus how nihilistic she is, and very metered about the rest of the world and the choices she has to make. So trying to just put that mask back on herself for a moment in the hallway.
Do you need clothes?
Does this need to happen right this moment?
Yes.
Then the clothes can wait.
All right.
Then she'll lead on.
I'm going to take you into the judge's room, and I'm going to place you down on the chair that's across from the bed. I'm going to take the covers that are on the bed that our boy is sitting on, and I'm going to place them over you. Just
Blanket experience.
yeah, I'm giving you a full blanket just because it's just
700 years old is old fashioned.
she's also just in her nightie.
No, it makes perfect sense clothing wise. So yeah, it's like watching a waiter clear a table. Just the sheet comes instantly, is draped over you in a way that almost ends up hanging like a toga. Like
Right.
it fits, it looks good. You can tuck it under yourself. It doesn't make you look ridiculous. Is
Yeah.
the thing I want to be really
And
clear for.
she looks very
the scene is
professional.
played. This room is about 10 by 10. Walls are metallic. There is a kind of foot locker that would contain all of your general equipment, Judge. I don't think you've done a terrible amount of decorating in here. Rex 2 is still in place. Do you have him relax, or is he still on prisoner mode?
I'm going to have him relax, and I'm going to pick up my shock mall and
Great.
turn it off.
Okay.
Judge, did you do this?
I'm sorry, do what?
Morgan's looking at Damien handcuffed to a bed.
Oh, that. Yes.
Damien, how are you?
Where's Solomon?
Judge, uncuff him. Please.
With all due respect, interrogator, I'd recommend you use a little bit of caution in dealing with Mr. Proxima right now. Just for all of our sakes.
He's not safe.
I understand. Damien is still a member of our band. And if there were another warp incursion, there's nothing that those handcuffs would do to stop him. Please.
The judge reluctantly goes and undoes the cuffs and then stands at the back with his arms crossed. And even though it's the frown, I am pissed.
Perfect. Thank you. Damien, you should pray for Solomon. Closet is attempting to resuscitate him, but he died from his wounds fighting demons.
I will. I have a report and a confession, and then I should be dealt with as heretic.
I understand. Would you like to give this report and confession to me alone or with the judge here?
It doesn't matter.
Alright, Judge, no matter what Damien says, it is my word that is final on what we do with him. He is under my command and the jurisdiction of the Inquisition. Do you understand?
I understand how you perceive I understand what you think is the law. Yes.
I can give my report and confession in private if that's simpler.
Judge, may I use your room alone?
Rex, prisoner. And I'm going outside and waiting outside the door.
Rex's eyes glow red. He's focused fully on Damien. I would say with your general understanding of things, it feels like this is the kind of program you would understand, like basic Arbites command cybermassive structure. If Damien doesn't move, he's fine.
Great.
If Damien makes a sudden move at you, or picks up anything that looks like a weapon, or does anything aggressive, Rex 2 will attack him.
Yeah, and I know from knowing this type of cybermastiff, he doesn't have recording on this. That would be her only paranoia of him leaving the dog in there to record it.
Yeah.
Does he have recording inside Rex or not?
I've had him for 200 years. You better believe I've outfitted this guy with every possible doodad.
And technically you said 400, but I like
400,
this. It's
sorry.
still a lot.
Even more. The years blend together.
Yeah.
The dog is still present. Your paranoia, you don't know what he would have done to this
Great.
unit.
Judge, please take your dog with you.
From behind the door.
No!
Morgan's given this look. Like, there's a momentary look to Damien that is similar to the look that they shared when she got him at his room when he's like, "Can you believe these jokers?" And she's doing like, "Can you believe these jokers?"
And it's just so grave and hollow back. It is not shared this time. It is one way.
Great.
I can also hear you through the door.
That's fine. I will say the door opened when she yelled through to you. You were just slightly further down the hall. Can you roll me a perception, Morgan? I will give you advantage because you're in this room. The door is closed behind you. We're going to canonically say the judge cannot hear through the door.
It's a 19.
19. You see that there is a data port hidden in Rex 2's collar area. It would be impossible to use for combat. However, it would be possible for reprogramming and control of this unit. You do have a rosette on you.
Fotobox lägger framme.
You do have a rosette on you because that would never leave your side. So if you wanted to override the programming of the Cybermassive, Inquisitorial codes do trump our Vitus ones.
That is true. And she does think about that. And I think it's there's a lot of war in her brain between all of this because her gut is just to want to show trust, to be given trust. And I think because of her own experiences in the Inquisition and how she was treated as an agent, she's leaning more towards that way. And maybe that's foolhardy, and maybe that's not how other inquisitorial people would do those things. But I think it means so much to her personally, having been an agent that was treated poorly, that she doesn't want to treat her agents poorly. And so she just puts her hand
Treated
in.
poorly by Inquisitors before Valentine, just for context for people.
Yes, thank you. Yes. Treated poorly prior to Valentine, and then she was very suspicious of Valentine because of that. And I think it's very important to her that the Inquisition mean the ideals of what she wished it meant, instead of the bad experiences that she's had.
Yeah, she's going to be around Inquisition.
Yeah. So she clocks that with the dog of like, if this really becomes a problem, I can hack this dog, and I can have a way to pull him away from the judge. But instead of doing that at this point, she's going to put her hand out towards Damien and not touch him, but extend her hand and is like, "Please come with me to my quarters."
He'll look down at Rex 2 and say, if I move, you won't have your report.
Judge, please call off your dog. I'm going to leave this room.
I'm assuming the door's open.
It's just been left
He's
open.
not saying it. This is in his head. He's like, man, what is with this person? Why are they being so easy on this guy?
Yep.
He comes back in. He looks at you. Again, blank faced, but he is seething.
Can you roll me a perception with advantage?
So we roll ones. Perception. 18.
You can tell the judge is angry.
It's one thing at a time, boys. One thing at a time.
Fotobox lägger framme.
It's one thing at a time, boys. One thing at a time. Judge, I understand you have your ways of doing things. Let me do my way first.
Okay. He's just saying, okay, fine, but I'm going to make certain that she knows something. So I'm going to say, you relay as much as you can to me after you interrogate Damien Proxima. Rex, disengage, follow, and then just going to slam the door shut once we get out.
Yeah, and then Morgan is still going to want to walk him out to her room.
And you take Damien Proxima to the captain's quarters.
Yeah. And she's going to sit him down in front of her fancy desk, and she's going to pull up her computers so that she can literally take down this report. So that she can write it exactly as he says, so that she has all the information moving forward. Alright, Damien Proxima. And it's like beep 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 chick chick. And then she's like, begin your report.
I am Damien Proxima, a witch and psyker and heretic in the eyes of the Emperor. I have come into contact with a demon.
As you say that, Morgan interrupts you. Was it Father Kestrel?
And just like his voice like just catches in his throat, and he's been staring kind of off into just the middle distance just to help him think and like process things, and that kind of snaps him out and he looks right at you.
Mm-hmm.
He says, yes.
Yes, I could only assume that the demon that awoke your full potential powers might come looking for you. It seems rather sudden.
Cursed me, warped me, changed me,
Yes.
corrupted me. I was too weak. And through him, I immolated an entire witch hunter squad.
I heard the report of what has happened to you prior. What precisely happened this evening? I want as many exact details as you can recall.
I returned to my quarters from the L1 and began self-flagellation to seek redemption and forgiveness from the Emperor for the sin of channeling the warp.
And then,
I prayed, and then I took to sleep, and I dreamed. And I have the same dreams every night. And this time was different. Kestrel is always there, but this time he was there. He was really there. He looked at me, spoke to me, spoke of things that had happened. He knew it had been released. He tried to pierce the veil between us. I failed then, as I did before. I couldn't shut him out. I couldn't silence him. I couldn't kill him. And he corrupted me further. And then I don't know what happened, but I know the warp was funneling, channeling through me. I saw demons. I felt sensations. I feel changed. My room was set ablaze. The fire didn't burn me. I saw blinding light. I felt sick. I believe I'm directly responsible for everything that has happened.
yes, demons manifested, and we fought them off, but they were able to affect Solomon's mind, and he did not fight as he should have. Similarly, I suppose, to you, allowing the warp in, but whether he lives or dies will change a lot of what could happen to you moving forward.
There is no moving forward. I thought selfishly that I could balance the scales. I could kill Kestrel. And when I saw him, I couldn't do anything. Prayer escaped me. I couldn't speak the Emperor's name. I'm lost. I'm doing you the courtesy of filing a report here at your Inquisition. This is data you need to finish the work to kill Kestrel. But I'm damned.
I understand, Damien Proxima. Perhaps you don't know this about the Inquisition, but the duty you serve to the Emperor and the Inquisition is unto death. There are still uses for a psyker. Even in extenuating circumstances, I will have to decide what to do. But you are not to take your own life, and you are not to do anything.
I can't take my own life. I know, as a witch hunter, you burn the heretic, you burn the witch, and I can't do it. I'm too much of a coward, and I'm also too much of a coward to live. Can't go on, can't finish myself off either. I need to be put down.
Damien, I may not look it precisely, but I'm much older than you. Courage, strength, devotion to the Emperor. Sometimes it takes time to find these things. Sometimes it is not so easy. It is easy when you are young and surrounded by it and don't have adversity fighting you back. But the Emperor sends us tests.
I've failed. I've been tested and I've failed.
You've been tested and failed, Damien. And perhaps that means you need to work harder for the next test. And perhaps being alone in a jail, being tortured and forced to torch people, is not what is going to make you find your faith again. Perhaps you need to take another tack besides hiding in your room and self-flagellating. We have here, on our ship, a man who was touched by the Emperor that performs miracles. We have a judge who have hundreds of years' experience. His faith is unwavering. Even in the face of all of these things the Inquisition asks of him to bend. You need to dig deeper, Damien. I ask that you not give up. I ask that you place more faith in yourself and the Emperor, and find the will to live, like Solomon needs to right now. I ask that you go and pray for him.
I question the wisdom of a heretic praying for a miracle worker, but I will do as you've instructed.
Thank you. You're dismissed.
Get up and walk out of the room.
And you do so. David, where are you going?
He will go to his room, and if it hasn't been set on fire, find his prayer book.
Would you sleep with your prayer book on your person?
After a night of self-flagellation, yeah.
Then it is still in your pocket, unharmed. Your clothes themselves did not burn. It's the bed around you.
Okay. Yeah, he goes to look for it and realizes it was, pats himself down. He's just wearing his prison pants. He has no shoes. I don't remember if I made that clear or not, but he was a child when he went in, and he was released with his stuff that he got when he went in, so he doesn't have shoes that fit him. He's just been barefoot this whole time. He just doesn't wear shoes. And finds the prayer book, patting himself down. Thinks it's wrong and corrupt, that unnatural, that he lay among a bed of flames and he was unharmed and his book was unharmed, and these are this war fire, this is unholy flame. Just another kind of example of I really question Morgan's ability to battle and be vigilant against the forces of chaos. Who are we working for? Valentine allegedly endorses and believes in her. He hasn't talked to Valentine. He hasn't seen Valentine. He's heard from her that she's from Valentine. He doesn't know how true that is. but he does feel a very specific way about Solomon, because he has seen these works that he's done, these miracles, and correct me if I'm wrong, but they are truly miracles, as he's been like
As far as you can tell, yes.
raised in the
It does not
ecclesiarchy.
feel like the warp. You know
No.
the feeling of people using the warp around you,
Yeah.
and Brother Solomon does not send off that
No,
feeling.
it's not the same as what I do. I was led to believe what I did was miracles, and wanted to very badly wanted that to be the case, and was kind of raised and groomed to be this kind of wunderkind miracle worker. And then the night with Father Kestrel happened, and then it's just like seeing who he could have been. And he's happy and amiable and social, and he would never tell him this, but like charming, and does real miracles. And he seeks like friendship with me. And very early on, after seeing him do some of the things that he did in the battlefield, like Damien knew, like, friendship is not on the table. Like, if he is as blessed as he appears to be, he cannot be tainted by associating with me. Like, my goal with him is not friendship, it is stewardship. I can do dirty and awful and heretical things to keep his hands clean. And I have the prayer book containing the real wisdom of the Emperor, not his weird 20-page bastardization.
Yeah, you have the actual Ministorum approved ecclesiarchal texts.
Yeah, so I will bring that with me, and I will find him being operated on.
I would say the door to closet's storage bay is locked, but you are hearing sawing, hammering, banging, welding, like a ton of different sounds from inside.
I'm going to try to get in.
The door is locked.
I'm going to try harder. Like, I'm going to try to force my way in.
It is a bulkhead door. You would have to engage with the powers of the warp to force your way through. There is a comm system next to it.
I'm not doing that. Then it's just thumb on the comm system, just to like open the channel so that he can speak, and then it's page 1 of the prayer book, and he begins, and he will not stop until he is at the end of the book, and that is the comprehensive.
You're reading the entirety of the Bible aloud.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. So that's being blasted into the room, which will not be Closet's favorite thing because he's from a different religion. But
It's fucking bad.
You're holding down that broadcast button. So that's happening. That's what you were up to. Judge, you have been dismissed from an interrogation. You have been doing what in this interim time?
I'm trying to clean my wounds. So I'm in whatever bathroom is available to me, and I'm just...
You're in the ablution stall next to all of the general cabins that are in place. So it's got a shower, it's got everything.
Great. So full dong hanging out. Just...
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. No,
There we go.
I don't think you know what ablutions are. No, he's taken off some of his armor again, even though he just put it back on. This is counterintuitive. And he's just washing some of his wounds.
He's doing that like Punisher thing where he's like stitching himself up.
There you
kind
go.
of thing. I love that. All right, yeah. We'll call it a short rest mechanically. But you're doing that. So
okay.
You could also perhaps use a second wind if you wanted to encounter some healing. That's within your abilities for the day. You haven't done it yet.
Okay, great. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use second wind as a bonus action.
Normally I wouldn't have you do this because I'm like, I don't know if combat's going to happen, but now that I've learned Perils of the Warp, so check that shit out just in case.
So a 1d10 plus 3. So let's give it a shot. Oh, thank God. Okay, that is an 11.
Heal yourself for 11
Great.
points of damage as you stitch yourself back up from those wounds, looking cool in a bathroom.
Okay.
The mirror has a crack in it.
show muscle.
Yeah, and I'm looking at my reflection. I'm just putting my hand in front of my face and
In front of the
running
mask.
my face. Yeah,
You're wearing a helmet. You're wearing a helmet, so you're just running your fingers down your helmet.
All right. Cool.
Keep that card face up because you get 2 uses of it. Put a little X on one of those skulls.
Oh, thank you.
No problem, buddy. I got you.
Thank you. Okay, and I'm just like muttering to myself inside of my head, just like, what am I doing here with these people? Why must they act so? Ah! The words don't even come. Like, nothing makes sense here. He has powers of the warp, and the Geller field went down while he was dreaming. Nothing smells right. And I look at my reflection again, like, pull yourself together, Rex. Pull yourself together. I'm gonna walk out, and I'm just going to, like, do they Dungeon Master
Yes.
imbibing alcohol?
Oh, yeah, they drink.
Great. Is there a bar on this ship?
That you'd be going to the kitchen. There's an area where you have your lovely servitor cook 10. And there are a collection of different shelves and other things in there. So there is cooking sherry, which would be the equivalent. You also find a half-drank bottle of Amasec. You don't know how old it is. That's basically 40K scotch.
Oh, great. Yeah, Amasec. So I unplug it. I smell the end of the bottle. I'm like,
Pretty decent.
good. So I'm just drinking from the bottle itself.
You are sitting in the kitchen drinking from the bottle as you see Damien go past you holding a Bible down to the servitor area. Clearly his interrogation is over.
Well,
Smart thing.
I'm taking probably like 2 shots worth. It does nothing really. Like, I mean, it's.
You're a big guy, and you're a career drinker with rejuvenate treatments and like 87 augmetics or whatever you have. So yes, you have a very high tolerance for alcohol. You
Great.
can drink to the point of intoxication, but it has to be something you're consciously putting effort into. It's not like the average person where you're like, 3 shots. He's not a lightweight. 3 shots and I'm tipsy. That's not his world. But he can get drunk if he wants to.
Okay. Well, I'm going to ask, cook. I'd like a flask.
It raises a flipper and puts it on the grill. It knocks 2 eggs over and cracks the bone. It starts flipping the eggs, even though they have the shells still broken in them.
So there's no last.
I rolled a now one for the servitor. There's no last.
It just starts making breakfast.
Yeah. He's like making a bad breakfast. Barfs out a sausage.
Okay, I'm just like,
That's where they come from.
that's where they come from.
Yeah.
All right, so he's like, well, he was trying to keep this discreet, so he's like, I'm taking the bottle with me, and I'm walking after Damien.
Yeah, well, Morgan
Actually,
would.
no, sorry, not Damien.
You hear a plate crash to the ground. So the breakfast that's up on the floor that you didn't take.
I'm not going for Damien, sorry, I want to go for Morgan.
The judge is having an existential crisis about the nature of good and evil, and he just wants a drink, and he goes, and then a robot shoots a sausage out of its mouth, and he just takes the bottle and wordlessly leaves.
And it drops the plate of
And
finished
drops
breakfast.
a full plate of breakfast on the ground, and the judge looks so disappointed.
The judge is gone.
Yeah,
He stares
it's
it behind him.
oh, what is this place?
He's grown up he's been in 40K for 700 years.
Yeah.
This isn't even that surprising.
Raise an eyebrow.
It's just another day in hell.
Short circuiting. I'm just like, yeah. I'm
so
taking the bottle. I see that Damien has left, so I'm gonna go the other direction. I'm not gonna follow him. I'm too ticked off. I want to just talk.
You could go to your quarters. You want to go to
No,
Morgan.
no,
So
I'm going
great.
with Morgan.
You're going to the captain's quarters.
Well, Morgan would have, after Damien left, put some actual clothes on, because apparently I'm not sleeping right now. And then she would have calmed over the microbeads to the judge and be like, Judge Rex, please meet me in my quarters.
You're
Yeah.
Open the door, please.
She's still sitting at her desk. He pushes a button, the door's open. She's just sitting behind her desk.
I'm going to walk in, and I'm taking a swig.
Rex will follow you.
I hand it out to you.
Morgan will look at it and nod. I understand the gesture, but I prefer not to drink.
Oh my god! He's just like rolling his eyes behind his mask. He's like,
Do you want breakfast?
he's okay, so he's just like, alright, and
Judge, I know you're angry with me. Please sit down.
I'm fine standing.
All right. I talked with Damien. During the warp incursion, he made contact with entities on the other side of the warp. He believes that he failed in his test to stop the warp from flowing through him again. And he believes that he's a danger to all of us.
Does he believe he's the one who...
He believes that all of this is his fault.
And do you?
I feel that he is a part of it, yes. Whether or not Solomon lives will determine whether or not we can move forward with this party intact or not.
Why is he so important to the plans of the Inquisition?
This party needs to fulfill our missions. This is the group that was put together for me by the Inquisitor. I believe it was put together this way for a reason. If we cannot make this work, I don't know what repercussions that will have. Honestly, I may try and get in contact with the Inquisitor and see what his beliefs are about the situation.
I recommend you do. If he ever becomes a liability again, I will have no choice but to execute him.
I understand, Judge. And also, if I end up making the decision that he needs to be put down, it will be by your hand.
He takes that in and he's like, oh, very good, okay.
I feel better. Things are starting to make sense around here.
He takes another long swig. I gesture again once more.
Morgan's like, okay, he was so annoyed that I didn't. She's just like, and she will take a swig even though Morgan is like, I don't want to do this. My tummy's so upset from earlier. It's just the worst, but if this is going to engender him to be happier, fine. Or
Peer pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. The judge is like, okay, good. This is this is a thing. This is a trust thing. So he gives you a nod via just the wryest frown, and just turns and.
Judge, before you leave, I wanted to thank you for your readiness in battle against those demons.
And this time he will not, but with his back to her, and then just walk out.
Great.
Well, guys, I'm almost home, so I will stop the stream. Time to go home and make some dinner. I think we're going to have some burgers on the day, or today. So yeah, I will see you